Hello and welcome back to Card Spotlight, and this week we are taking a look at Sunsilk Faerie, one of 4 fairy cards that exists in Faeria. Now what's interesting about Sunsilk Faerie is it was considered the worst fairy of the 4 at one point in the game's life, but now I would probably say it's one of the best. And what happened? Well, simply put it, Faeria got more cards to support archetypes with Sunsilk Faerie, and one deck that does come to mind, which you guys should know about, is the Modnic's Nat deck, which I did a deck doctor of a couple of weeks ago, and this featured the Sunsilk Faerie as well. So what's so good about this card? Why is it much better? And I think the reason is a lot of people have figured out a way to make it viable through aggression. Now, one thing Sunsilk Faerie is really good at is pushing damage and taking value clears. And how it does this is by using its charge-free mobility, its increased attack stat once it triggers its ability, and the combination of that with the Avery, the Golden Avery, to empower it even further, makes this a great card to not only clear big threats, but also push tremendous amounts of damage. Now, I've already covered the Mod Nats list, so I won't be doing that in Card Spotlight this week. Instead, I'm going to be taking Cappuccino's Green-Yellow Fairies, which is kind of similar to green-yellow combo, but it's a bit more honest. You know, you play these fairies, you zip around the board, and you push a lot of damage out of nowhere. Unlike green-yellow combo, which is more of a combo-oriented deck, but they are both aggressive. Now, there is also a different version of this list by Superb Lizard. I don't know where it is, but I know that it runs stuff like Kaleem's Prayer, so even more aggressive than Cappuccino's version. Alright, so this deck, I think it's a little complicated. I have played it a little bit, but I'm going to be kind of going in blind here in this episode. So we're going to go into some matches and see how I perform with this very interesting list. Alright guys, we are going to go into a match. And yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Like, I'm not super certain, like, I'm not 100% sure on how to correctly play this. I'm just kind of working it out as I go along. Outland Rangers start things off. We do have a Fairy, but no, Fairy's not going to help much here. So I guess we just take a desert and pass. Now, Fairies are very weak to Groundshakers, and I was playing this deck on ladder earlier in ranked, and there was so much red that I just couldn't keep them on the board, which is pretty sad. Ooh, alright, so this is nice, because now I can go explore into this guy. I can then Iona Smile. Ooh, Sky Captain. That's even better. And then maybe I go Sky Captain and then go Fairy. Now, I'd love to play Fairy here, but to be honest, this is more chance to live, so I'll probably play this one here and then play a Fairy. Now, it doesn't make much difference against yellow because these are going to die to Soul Drain regardless of if they're empowered, so getting a Fairy up now is absolutely fine. I do have Flash Wind, so I do have a way to push damage this turn, this turn coming up, if I feel like that's what I need to achieve to win the match. Another Outland Ranger. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. And there's an Avery. Didn't trigger, unfortunately. What we could do is move across, play this Fairy, and then go for a draw. See if we get the trigger. Excellent. Okay, so this guy can zip up. And I could actually push 4 damage this turn if I decided on that, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's worth it. It costs me a Flash Wind. Just gets Wind Soldiered. But maybe this is what I want to do. Maybe I just shoot to the side for now, and then we pass. And then next turn I could potentially get an Avery down, get things going. Like I said, I'm kind of learning this deck as I go as well, so I'll be figuring stuff out while I play it. So if you have any thoughts in the comments, by all means just leave them there. If you feel like I've done something better, if you have more experience to this, or you just see things that I didn't spot, of course, guys, by all means, have a look. I always have a read of the comments. I'm always interested in what you guys say. Alright, so this does give us an opportunity to play a little aggro, which I like. We can also get some aggressive lands down if I choose. See, I can kind of protect this Faerie from killing this. Or maybe I just clear this guy. I guess the first thing we should do is probably just build some forests. And I don't mind building them up here so much, I guess, because... Ooh. So this is good now, because we have the Sky Captain. So this guy's going to collect. We know that much. That's... Oh, another Sky Captain. I like it. And the 2/2 Faerie. So I'll wait till next turn where I can Earthcraft and stuff like that to get this off. So let's move this in. You know what? Let's move this guy somewhere. Do I kill this or do I kill this? I think I kill this one. Drop the Avery. Move this across. And push for 6. So now I'm pushing damage. I've done a bit of board control in the meantime. We got an Avery down, which should stick around against yellow unless it's running the Emperor's Command. And then next turn we have like another Sky Captain if we want. We can go Faerie Earthcraft, get the trigger, and it's gonna be +1/+1 extra, thanks to drawing it off the Iona Smile, and I got the buff from Sky Captain. So some good stuff there. Oh, that's a Fanatic. So I could have cleared the top one, but I was thinking, well, you probably just Wind Soldier from there. But I guess I should have just said have the Wind Soldier. I'll go bust. Might see a Nightmare. Ooh, cheeky. Okay. And this is out of range of my Choking Sands now. It's a little sad. And he can clear my Avery. I think I'm just gonna... There we go, nice. Got that down. And we have the Flash Wind, very nice. So we can actually outmaneuver this card. We can also go back and collect and Nightmare this if we want to. So we have a lot of options as long as this stays alive. If this gets Nightmared now, I'm probably going to be in a lot of trouble. But we'll see. We'll see if he goes for damage or he sees he goes for the Avery. Going for the Avery. Okay. So I probably do backtrack here, double collect and Nightmare this. This is probably going to come and block me. No, no blocks. Interesting. Yeah, I feel I Nightmare this card. Alright. It's a bit pricey. But it's probably worth it. Can I double collect again? Then I have Choking Sands. So I have some good options going into the next turn. Although my opponent is on a lot of Faeria. So we could see some Colossus come down. If I have the Flash Wind, I can maybe push some damage. If I find, let's say, I don't know, an Elderwood or something, I could be in a good spot. I can choke in this as well. Ooh, a Monstrosity, okay. So I probably want... I probably want a power up. That's a power up. Actually, maybe I just go up, Flash Wind across, and then just kill this. And just ignore the Monstrosity. It's not getting much power, to be honest. I get the push damage. I can +1 into another Faerie. And then this guy can double collect if it needs to. And again, it could get soul drained. But I don't think I'm that bothered. If it gets soul drained, it gets soul drained. So I'm gonna jump back. Soul Drain on this guy. That's to be expected. I think I should have taken this desert here to be able to set up in the well. I think that would have been far better. So, like, do I just go all in for lethal? I think so. Draw. Yep, okay, so we're kind of just going all in. Trying to kill him next turn. This double collect +1 nightmare is an option. But if there are no nightmares, I'm going to be in a good spot. So there has to be a nightmare in hand right now unless there's a soul pact. And then the soul pact can be used in combination with the collection. Doesn't even need to collect at that point. Okay, so there shouldn't be a nightmare because you can move down and collect one, but there's not enough. So Soul Pact Nightmare is the only combo here. And I think if you're drawing at this point, you probably don't have a last nightmare available. I guess Soul Drain kind of helps in the short term, but I do have another power up in hand, so I will find lethal next turn. So there needs to be another Soul Drain on top of this, or some form of healing in order for Silver Self to live next turn. But of course, Silver Self doesn't know that. Just going to try to play the best that he can to stay in the match, and that's fair. So a very interesting game. I'm not sure if I played that correctly. Like I said, I'm kind of just exploring this myself, just trying to figure it out as I go along. And I feel that most of my decisions were okay. I think this desert could have probably been in here, so I can set up a double collector with the Sky Captain. Maybe I needed to set up a more sturdy harvester and not play so aggressively. But yeah, well, I guess we'll just learn throughout our next couple of matches. And there we have it. Lethal, GG's, and we will move on to the next game. Alright guys, we are into our next match. Going against Dagobah. And we're going to keep ourselves a Faerie. I'm happy with keeping a Faerie in hand. I guess you probably want Sky Captains. Sky Captains are going to be like a priority for you. But I don't mind keeping a Faerie too much because I can get it down next turn. If it's not red or yellow, I'm going to be much happier with playing it because it's going to be a little tougher to remove. And I spoke too soon, it seems. It is going to be red after all. Now, let's just play it anyway. I guess I could power it up preemptively as well. I guess, now that I think about it, having a power up with your Faerie in your opening hand is going to be really good. So if you go down green, if you decide that you got a Flower Silk, try and look for a power-up, and then you can keep it alive. And then if the trigger goes off, you're going to be pretty happy. We have a boss coming down. Let's see if we get it. Lovely jubbly. So now we have Earthcraft, which is also very good. This is going to allow us to build deserts. And there we have it. I think I'll keep Iona's Smile. Because, like, if I had one more Faeria, I would consider maybe playing it so I could play down another Flower Silk for next turn. But I can also do that on my next turn. I could play Iona's Smile, collect some Faeria, and then go for the card draw. See, I think this is the best way to set up lands. I set this up the other way around before because I started off with yellow creatures. But I think getting your Sunsilks in this position allows you to attack without needing any mobility, which is going to be pretty important. So I can kind of just go all in here, which I think's absolutely fine. Let's do an Iona's Smile. Let's see what this brings us first before we decide to dedicate any land. Yeah, we'll go up. We'll drop a Sunsilk. We could probably drop both, actually. See, if it wasn't red, I'd be much happier dropping both, but we'll drop one. Okay, oh, excellent. We'll take the this guy, and then we'll just go in. Like, well, I don't know what red's going to do about this. This is a 16-13. I'll just keep throwing power-ups on it. I didn't have this Silk Faerie to collect Faeria. I have a Last Nightmare as well if any Taunters come down. So yeah, I'm not really sure what Mono Red does against this. This probably is the best strategy to go against Mono Red. Go more green. I remember when I was playing it earlier that I just kept running into removal. And my Faeries weren't sticking to the board, so perhaps I wasn't playing it correctly. And then I'll just Nightmare this next turn. That's a decent... I don't even need to Nightmare, actually. I can just zip across and clear. I think that's absolutely fine. And I can just add another power-up on top of this. Oh, and add an Avery. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just go across. We'll clear this out. We'll shimmy across. Play the Avery here. We'll drop a power up. And then we'll hit. I guess we can even draw a card. Could take Faeria. It doesn't really matter at this point. There we go. I could have drawn first. I should have decided on my power wheel first, but this should just be game. It's pretty quick, actually. This seems like a good strategy against mono red, so if you are having trouble against mono red, if you decide to try this, prioritize the green cards, get those power-ups, get a Faerie going, and mono red is probably lost. But if you get more of the yellow cards, it's going to be a bit more of a struggle. Cypher's Wrath himself. And there we have it. So that was a quick game, showing, I guess, the power of the green side of the deck when going up against mono red. But let's get into another match and see if we can see if we discover anything new. Alright, we are into our final match, going against Wrath 15L, and we do have a beautiful hand. I think I'll keep all of this. I could actually throw away an Earthcraft. I don't think that's too bad, but I might as well take advantage of this Faerie, right? I play second as well, so yeah, let's throw one Earthcraft away. We'll see if we can get another Faerie. Oh, we just got another Earthcraft back. Lovely jubbly. All right, and we go in second, so this allows us to Earthcraft, and then well, sorry, Forest, and then next turn we have like Faerie, Explore Earthcraft, stuff like that. It's we have a lot of potential going to the next few turns. I mean, actually, like we could go Forest, Explore, Forest, Faerie, Earthcraft, Desert, and we're already set up with lands. We're just missing one for the Last Nightmare. So it's a pretty strong opener, I think. And picking up the Flash Wind as well. This is beautiful hand, guys. Now, if this Faerie doesn't trigger, I'm going to be very sad. There's no reason it shouldn't. Right, there we go. Great. So we might actually just keep a hold of this Earthcraft now, because if I draw another Faerie, it gives us another opportunity to trigger its ability. We don't need the Flash Wind right now. Don't need the Choking Sands right now, so it's absolutely fine. Alright, so now Last Nightmare would be very handy. We have a Verdant Force coming down to protect the orb here. We do find ourselves a Sunsilk Faerie. I'm not sure if I need that just yet. I don't even know if I want to play it here. It really depends on what my Earthcraft gives me. If it gives me a power-up, I can kind of shimmy across and kill this without using the Choking Sands, and I can save the Choking Sands for a Wood Elemental. This guy is going to be a bit of a problem. So maybe I don't really mind, I guess, putting it here, but then I guess you could Forest, Teleport, and Clear, and then I need 3 damage from somewhere, which is going to be a little difficult. So I feel that maybe I build a Desert this side. I don't know. Maybe this land is better as a Desert instead of a Forest. So like I said, I'm still figuring stuff out. Unless I play in the center, let's try this. Let's try the center play, and then we'll go for the Earthcraft into another Desert. Ah, nice, excellent. Now I don't mind taking it here now, because the teleport's not going to be as much of a big deal. We'll Flash Wind straight across, and then we'll clear this guy out. And that way we didn't use the Choking Sands, which will be very handy against Wood Elementals. And if this is Crackthorn, it's probably running Wood Elemental. And the mountain, if you're in the mountains and forests, you're going to be running Crackthorn. If you're not running Crackthorn, you should probably be running Crackthorn. Such a good card. I guess the thing that Wrath might fear now is taking that 4 damage to the orb. It probably is just going to get Cypher's Wrath. If it happens, then so be it. Not a lot I can do there. I might see a Wood Elemental come down now as protection, but like I said, I have that Choking Sands. The only issue is my Faeries are crossing each other's paths, so it's going to be hard to push damage with both of them. Which means I'll probably just use the 4-2 to push damage and use the 4-6 as a collector. because I don't want the 4/6 to die to the Verdant Force. Another Verdant Force, fair enough. Alright, so we will push some damage this turn. Verdant Forces are going to be tough to deal with. Ooh, a Sky Captain, very nice. If I play this... Thing is, if I take a draw, this isn't safe. Yeah, let's take a draw. Another Faerie. Man, 7/7s are annoying for this deck. I mean, I could just collect Faeria. I think that's fine too. Oh, am I missing out on damage? I kind of want double Avery, I suppose. So maybe if I draw double Avery, I have a good clear on this Verdant Force. Maybe... I don't know. I might have wasted some damage here. Because he could just Cypher's Wrath now or Flame Burst it. I'm going to need a Nightmare for sure. If I get a Nightmare, I can probably get ahead. I think... Yeah, I think a Nightmare is a... Double Avery or a Nightmare. That's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Horsemaster clear. There. This aggressive mountain's going to be a problem. Yeah, so that's going to be an issue. See, I don't know if I'm losing value by not playing a... I probably am losing a lot of value by not playing a Sky Captain. I don't know. I think I just double Faerie draw. Captain Ionas. Clears this guy. Now I'm just starting to mess up, guys. I feel like I'm playing this sloppy, but you know what? Let's smile. Clears the taunt. This is gonna die. Maybe I block this with a Faerie. And then I can kill this with the Sky Captain, and this gets to go face next turn. Alright. I'm not sure. I'm a bit lost of what to do against Verdant Force. There seems to be kind of a weakness to this deck. Because lots of the numbers are in multiples of 2. So you have like your attack values are more often are not going to be 2, 4, 6, or 8. So I need like double power up to push to 8. And that can be through like Guidance, that can be through Elderwood, that can be through Avery. But 7 is just not a number that this deck's going to see a lot of, unless you get a Sky Captain, or from a powered up Sky Captain, sorry. If you have a Sky Captain on board, so you draw that Sky Captain, it becomes a 3/5, you play that down, you give it a power up and give it, say, an Avery, and then that's a 7. But it's kind of niche, it's not going to happen that often, so I feel perhaps this is maybe one of the weaknesses of this list. just because 7 is just really annoying. Because it doesn't run removal, it runs power-ups over removal. Oh, crack fawn is rough. Oh, I didn't get, oh, that was a beautiful crack fawn. That actually makes my 4-1 just more valuable now, which I'm pretty happy about, because now I'm going to move the 2-1 down. Oh, he's going to block me. I can still shimmy it to the left if I want to collect, which is fine. Oh wow, let's take advantage of this while we can. 2 Sky Captains. So that should be all the creatures left. I don't think there's any left now. Kill this, move, hit, play this draw. I guess we can do this first. Unless I just play another Sky Captain. As a free 5? I don't know, I think I'm pretty sure that I don't have any fairies left. I feel a draw is fine. Oh, I have Avery's left, I guess. So that's something I should have taken into consideration. Oh man, this could actually kill a Verdant Force. Actually, I feel like I probably just do this instead. This way, yeah, this is actually not bad, because now I can use the Fairy to kill that Verdant Force at the top with a Flash Wind. It's pretty good. Probably get Cypher's Wrath. I haven't seen any Cypher's Wrath yet or Flame Bursts. So my Fairy's probably not going to stick around that much. See how much trouble those Verdant Forces have caused me? Man, they've been an absolute pain. Once I clear the last... Well, there's probably going to be one more, but once I clear that Verdant Force, I feel like I have more opportunities to win the match from there. I like this little move. If he moves down, stops me from collecting. Horsemaster would be pretty sad. Ciphers. Yep. As we fought. Now I have a good opportunity to play aggressively. It's probably going to be an Axe Grinder, which is sad. No, it's not. Excellent. Okay, so now this is a good aggressive opportunity for me. I can Choking Sands this. Move up. Take an aggressive desert. Pass. Now, this allows me to pump some Sky Captains in to push damage, because this little Fairy might be my last one. I haven't been counting my Fairies, so I can't really say. But I have a feeling this is one of my last Fairies. Is that another Verdant Force? Oh, he's going in. Okay, that's fair. Try and set up a clock. +1 Axe Grinder. Voice of Truth. Oh no! The saddest of Fairies. This is actually just running Voice of Truth. So I need a Flash Wind. Still need a Flash Wind, that hasn't changed. Still has charge. Yeah, so that's a well played. So that was unfortunate. I felt like if this was a more conventional crack phone list that wasn't running Verdant Forces, I would have been fine. But because 7/7s, like I said, is just an awkward number for this deck to deal with. So let's drop him a well played, and that is gonna be it. I'm gonna throw in the towel. That wraps up this episode of Card Spotlight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun learning that deck, figuring out different things. And that's one of the best things about playing a new deck, is discovering how to play it, all the little tricks you can find. And I think Green Yellow Fairies is a good deck. I think it's pretty solid. Maybe not tier 1, but if you're looking for something different, I definitely recommend giving it a go. Now, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, drop a subscribe to keep up to date of when my content goes live. If you haven't checked it out already, check out faeria.com/the-hub for all the latest articles, decks, and guides from the community and myself. So until next time, guys, take care and enjoy Green Yellow Fairies.